Breathe in, reach all the way up towards the ceiling, full body stretch. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Swapping sides now, breathe out, step the left foot back, lower the heel to the ground, and just draw the blocks back to frame your front foot. Press the heel in, the back foot is at about a 60-degree angle. And then as you next breathe in, extend through the front leg. Keep the legs toned by lifting up through the kneecap. If you need to, draw the right hip back so that the hips are square. And then remember, you have the option to stay here and just get a feel for the shape of this pose as the legs are engaged, the spine is elongated, or press into the legs, keep the legs firmly engaged, and hook the arms behind the back so that the elbows are crossed, just like this. As you breathe in, open through the chest. We're creating a slight back bend, and then as you breathe out, keep the chest leading as you start to lean forward. Just take it in little steps. Breathing in, create a lengthen your spine. Breathing out, you're just moving forward, noticing how your legs respond, how your torso responds, even how your breath responds here. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, lower. Keep moving through that process to find your resting place. And remember, a resting place can even be unhooking the arms and just supporting the body. Once you find that point that feels comfortable in your skin, acknowledge the support of the legs, how this pose is working on your stability, and take 3 breaths. If you're in a forward fold, meet back in a halfway lift. Lift the back heel. As you exhale, step the foot forward. We'll move through 1 half salutation before we meet in our final peak pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees as deeply as you need. Inhale, reach all the way up, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, release, hands to heart. Moving into that peak position now. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, soften the knees to forward fold, bring the hands down to your block. Halfway lift. Inhale, extend long through the spine. As you exhale, step the right foot back, walk the blocks back. And then to move into the final shape, press down into the left hand and extend your right arm all the way as far forward as you can without compromising the hips. And allow the hand to come to the outer left ankle or outer left calf or thigh even. Turn the chest towards the left. And again, keep the legs fairly active here. Keep yourself supported until you feel balanced. Create some lightness in the upper body. And then bring the left hand to the left hip. Notice the challenges that balance might be presenting here. If that is too much on your left leg, bring your right hand to a block. Keep opening the chest out to the left and then extend the left fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. few breaths just to consider the shape of the pose, any muscular actions that you can feel. Any challenges, even any takeaways. Slowly lower the hand back to the hip. Return the chest to the floor. Step the back foot forward. Inhale, reach all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do a half salutation in order to change sides. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Lower the heel towards the ground. Just play around with the placement of the feet in order to feel supported. So you might need to actually take the legs here a little wider than normal. So if you would think about train tracks running down your mat, you have one foot on each line. Draw the right hip back. And then pressing lightly into the right fingertips, reach the left fingertips as far forward as you comfortably can. So you feel a nice stretch through the left side of the body. And then take the hand to the outer right leg, and as you do that, turn the chest towards the right. Open up towards the right. Legs are still very engaged. Kneecaps lifting, thighs engaging. Chest is light, so you can come as far up your leg as you need to feel supported. Or remember, you have the block. Take 3 breaths here. Slowly lower the hand back down to the floor or the block. Step forward. One slow half salutation. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Step or walk back to plank. Lower all the way down. Breathe in, baby cobra, legs engage, chest lifts. Breathe out, tabletop position or plank. Press back to downward facing dog. Take 3 to 4 breaths here. If that is too much for you at this stage, then you can lower the knees to the ground, take your big toes together, knees as wide as your mat, and settle your hips back towards your heels. Lower the knees to the ground, settle the hips back, rest the forehead. Whatever time you have left available, I encourage you to spend a little longer in some type of restorative pose, whether that be child pose, whether that be legs up the wall as we moved through in part 1 of this series. But generally just take some time out to turn your attention back inwards so that you can get a feel for everything that you've just moved through in this practice of part 2 revolve triangle. Give yourself a pat on the back for wherever you arrived at today. I'd love to encourage you to leave a comment in comments below about any component of this practice that you felt challenged you, any component of this practice that you have as a takeaway, meaning you felt really good about it, you think you did really well in it. I'd love to hear. Thank you once again for joining me. I'm Anita from Yoga on the Road. Namaste.